All the best, darlings. God bless. Bye-bye.
Bimbo, Akintola.
Well, I am Gloria Young.
And I'm NY.
Together, we intend to bring you a captivating show that will keep you glued to your radio.
Yes, so from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. on Wednesdays.
On your favorite radio station, 98.3 Mainland FM.
Ladies Lounge. Real women, real talk.
Plus plenty apropos.
Welcome to the Ladies Lounge. Real women, real talk.
What's up, people? Sophisticated mama.
The boys is ladies night. Gonna step out ladies night, stepping out ladies night. Gonna step out ladies night, stepping out ladies night.
Oh, yes, it's ladies night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's ladies night. Oh, what a night.
Welcome to the Ladies Lounge. Real
What a night.
Hello.
Hello, Nigeria.
Listening to Ladies
Ladies
Lounge.
Lounge.
And I am Gloria Young.
And I'm NY. Good evening, Nigerians. Good evening, world. Good evening, everybody. Okay, so our usual jazz and tips, hits or miss, and apropos. We've also got some jars of jam to give out courtesy of our friends at Elite's Foods.
Yes.
So, guys, you can interact with us as we're live on Facebook right away. So, because we have been dilly-dallying and whiling away the time, I'm going to get right into it and introduce our guests. So our guest today is OGECHI ONYENEM, Director of Bella's Education Services, an international education and career consulting outfit specializing in study and work placements globally. And she's a fine girl. She's also a certified Pearson certification examiner and British Council certified education agent. A first-class graduate from London Metropolitan Professional Certification Organizations. Welcome to Ladies Lounge again.
Only you one.
Only you.
Wow. I love it when I see women who are just representing.
She's the representative. Really? He represents us well.
Okay.
Welcome, okay.
Nedo.
Thank you, and good evening, Lagos, and good evening, the whole world.
Guys, doesn't she sound nice? She sounds really nice.
Yeah, she looks delicious too.
Emma, you want to buy that person?
Atayo.
I'm confused. Are you hungry, my friend?
Well, I'm not sure yet. We're exploring that option.
No.
Okay, so, explain to us who you are, where you are. I'm not saying tell me what I've already heard.
Okay.
You know, so, I mean, why, for instance, the women?
Well, a blend of both. So, let me say something new about me. I turned 40 this year, so I deliberately chose to see things differently, do things differently, and sort of create a good blend of having a good mix with or continue that pathway.
Interesting.
I like that.
So you call yourself a feminist?
Yes, feminists as per obviously are able to be independent. Independent in their choices, independent in their finances, independent in the ability to create wealth from for themselves. So that way it reduces the burden or the mindset or the narrative of seeing women all the time as having to
Say that since the rights, the fight for women's rights started till date, would you say that women have benefited from this movement?
To a large extent. For me, I would always speak from experience. I was born and raised in Lagos, Nigeria, but I was opportune to travel to the UK for university education. But before then, I had already gone to primary and secondary school in Nigeria. In secondary school, I had gone to a girls-only school, so it was a good mix of all sorts of Nigerian girls from all states, all cultures and traditions were well represented in the school. But living in the UK, I was able to see that really there's a difference in terms of orientations as how we were raised, what we were taught as a girl child, as opposed to what you can achieve or what you can get living abroad or studying abroad, willing to leave their marriages, leave everything and just say, you know what, I want a better life and I think I can really get it by Japan, so by going abroad. So yes, I think that times, because we've seemed to be adapting a lot of Western world culture, Western world approach to life, to things generally. So yes, I believe there's some benefits to be achieved if we can really tap into it fully.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say into the Western world's idea of feminism is, you know, against our culture and the things that make us as a people unique. Now, I'm not saying women shouldn't have their rights. I have fought for female rights all my life, since I understood that there was rights to fight for. I mean, all the films, my major films have been about, you know, the girl child women. So I think there's a huge difference. But isn't there beauty in and feminism in our
the
own
Nigerian culture?
Yes, isn't there?
Yes, I strongly believe there's beauty. I strongly believe in the Nigerian culture, especially with regards to practices like respect, showing respect for the elderly, showing respect for your spouse or if you're in a relationship, showing respect to your partner, if it's a business, if it's an agreement, keeping to the terms and conditions of your agreement. Yes, I do, but I'm also careful and particular that there's this narrative over time that women are susceptible or should accept abuse, discrimination, violence. So I think nowadays, really, I am of the opinion, for example, growing up, comparing lifestyles in country to what obtains in the Western world, we were taught that women are seen, not heard.
Okay, that was before.
I always object to that sort of narrative anytime I hear it.
Was it
recent
women or
times.
children?
I think it was women.
It was women.
It was women.
I'm going to say something, guys. I think when we were growing,
The traditional wedding, and the you know, they have the the person who's talking for the man's side and one who's talking for the woman's side. The boy who stood up, or the man who stood up to talk for the woman's side, was the nephew, or rather, sorry, the uncle of the bride, right? The mother is his there. She was about to say something, and this guy shot his mother down. He says it's not the time for women to talk. Mama, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
A lot of that.
I would have punched him in the face.
No, you don't punch people, Gloria. It's all right.
That's just plain disrespect.
Yeah.
I think even whether Igbo or Yoruba,
And
that would
nobody
never,
said
whether Igbo or
anything.
Yoruba or Hausa, that was just
told him
plain
it was wrong.
disrespect.
That was so
You know,
disrespectful.
Talking about
That was
traditional
It's
weddings.
not tradition. That is not
Talking about
tradition.
traditional weddings. Women, like women were not part of that.
But you know, this is so
at all.
funny. Can I now say something? I mean, you're saying we should take from the Western world
And
the
all of
good,
that,
the good,
yes.
right? And I'm not saying I don't agree with you. Please, I do agree with you. Our women used to fought wars.
Our women
Our
fought wars.
women led.
Our women were in the front.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
At least.
Dots.
I mean,
for
Queen
instance,
Amina
I
is
was-
I hope I'm pronouncing that
Zazzau.
right.
it wasn't every culture.
No, I'm not saying it was every culture, but I'm
No,
saying
no,
it was
no.
a thing. Here.
Every
Women
single
were already
culture.
earning money.
Yes, every single.
Before Igbo came.
I need to argue with NY there.
Wait,
Every
where?
single
Where?
culture,
Where?
NY, wait.
Wait.
Every single culture had something
Okay,
about the
let's-
women that
Yes.
they needed to respect. You can't say that women didn't have a voice. They had
Then
a
Igbo came and
voice.
said we should wear tight clothes and
Gloria,
fancy.
It wasn't in all cultures.
Gloria, who started this? Women did not have a culture, did not have a speaking something. What about the husbands?
And rare
And
children.
yes, and then the husbands help meet in a lot of cultures. They might not have been allowed to speak. Some cultures actually let women on the council and things like
When we took that balance away, there was more of there was more of a growth in terms of women achieving. It was after Igbo came that they said women should be wearing tight clothes and fainting.
But it means that
You know, there was a lot of fainting
No, but you know-
in those eras. It was
what's inside you is what comes out when you're empowered to. So it means that at the back of the
We're not
minds
saying
of all those men
No, and
was the
why?
fact that they didn't want to.
NY is getting this wrong. I'm even surprised. They're getting it wrong.
𝗬𝗵𝗁, sorry.
That's
Today is NY. Today is me. So, darling,
Yeah.
we're still with our
so,
darling.
and also, I mean, in terms, I think, like with me now, when we're talking about the Western world, right,
Yeah.
my love, there are a lot of have all these women organizations that are helping out, which we're starting to do here as well. And the difference was we were not as outspoken about it.
Yes.
Now we're more outspoken,
No,
which
social
is
media is helping.
I think it's better for us to have a healthy merger of the two
Yeah.
in terms
True.
of feminism and where it would take us. Yeah. Any other questions, please? I'm done.
I
I'm done.
think I
Please be
think
condensing.
also for women, especially striking a balance between your identity, knowing yourself. There's a woman crying, oh, she's barren, she doesn't have children. Thank God nowadays technology has changed a lot of has brought forward options for conception. Oh,
Yeah, there was
you
a lot of
married,
that.
yes, the men. Oh, you married your fellow man.
Yeah, there was
But
a-
nowadays you can see that women are being more open to you were to explore such back then, you would always
do it
hide
in
it. Yes,
hiding.
it would be in secret, or they would always say, oh, don't let anybody hear, don't tell anybody. Even then too, if you're pregnant, oh, don't.
No, I think that's our culture of silence and shame.
Exactly.
I think I like to
That's
believe
us.
it's a thing of the
That's
past.
us,
yeah.
It was us, but I'd like to believe that it's a thing of the past now, because a lot of us are more outspoken about
Yes.
what we've
More
gone
outspoken.
through
So it means
and what's happening.
it means
to us.
there's a lot of pluses.
First, yes,
for
things are,
women.
yes. I believe that things are evolving, and what matters is how well we adapt to
the
the
situation.
people were cooking,
and
baking.
delivering.
Back then, you could not eat in people's houses. If you go to someone's house and they offer you food and you want to quickly grab it, and your mom will look at you somehow. Don't you know that?
If I carry you out and you eat where I did not tell you to eat, I'll lie, I will kill you. And it's not about
Feminism and
no, it's just
moving
about
on.
being safe and being
Yes,
careful and not being
yes,
greedy, especially
yes.
if you've eaten at home. I think parents felt that if you were in a house that the person is close to your mom, that there was a real relationship, then it was
can buy
okay for you to do that. But sometimes you went to these parties where there were just women in their groups and others, and they didn't think it was right for you to do that. So I would still do that. I'm sorry.
You know, even how we order food online, you will now
Hey, I
get
thought that's where you
food
were going before.
easily from strangers. You don't even know who cooked the food. how
But
it was
people-
Yeah.
idea.
but people
Even
still
the-
complain. Don't you see all those memes where they're saying,
I mean, that's the funniest thing, because I you know, like if you look at America, especially the black culture, you find out that they are still particular about stuff like that.
Yeah.
About women being the cooks, about women doing certain. It's
Sovereign
called a
women.
traditional wife.
Yes.
Now they've given it a.
because mostly traditional wives are submissive because you're in charge of the finances. She doesn't have a say.
Yeah.
So and then women.
I don't think it's only that and why.
But you also know we women when women seem to have attained a particular thing, they're a bit
Not all
funny.
women.
I
Not
said
all-
some.
It's not
Some
a huge
big men.
percentage.
So a lot of men usually feel threatened they never think about the fact that okay,
It was hilarious when they do take away every day. McDonald's,
Every day.
this man, eat McDonald's. I want to be so full. And then he said something as well that I thought was so funny. He said also because of the westernization. I wanted to tell him that we have started giving up.
Get married and 3 months later,
We have given up.
yeah, we're tired.
Yeah.
To do a comparative analysis, you would attribute it mostly to the fact that women are more aware that maybe they can get better.
They can get better.
Yes,
yeah.
or they deserve more, or anything you do. Oh, don't mind that she's on a shower, or that easy thing. Oh, everybody's a shower.
Slut.
Exactly, slut. Oh, harlot. Oh, runs girl.
It's
I think
come closer to the
nowadays
mic.
that most people have become, there's this awareness now that there's so much you can do online by yourself and earn your own. Runs girl, not getting your own money by legit means has reduced. So it's the same way maybe a man in America or wherever will say he doesn't want to marry an American, because you're living there, you can see their culture and you can see what obtains. If you want a traditional wife, why not leave the country and come back to Nigeria, your home? You will find a lot of women out there who are still
They're called
hoping and
passport
waiting for
bros.
it.
They're called passport bros. They go to other countries to marry traditional wives. Americans, they're called passport bros. There's a name for them. They're called passport
I've
bros.
been forgotten now.
So they marry Asian women,
Yeah.
and then they marry African women, and then they do that
Wow.
with K1 visa or K9 visa. Or whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
Women are traditional.
Yeah, they stay the same.
Yeah, because they were
They
brought
stay
up
the
that way.
same. Yeah.
Even the northern women who would have all thought were traditional before are beginning to kick against a lot of things. So where are they going to find the traditional wives?
They exist everywhere. They exist everywhere. Even look, what I found is that there's this movement also on social media of girls who are renouncing feminism. They want to dedicate themselves to bringing up their children and taking care of the home.
But how
And you know, the funny
realistic
thing
is that in today's
you see, that's the problem I have. Why are we against women? If we're feminists, that should be celebrated.
What is it all about?
We'll discuss it when we enter that
See,
coconut.
you understand? That's
We
we
need to
discuss that part of it, and that's why I wanted to ask her. You know that.
Well, speaking from experience, I have 3 children. I'm also married. I would not agree to ever sit at home and not do anything and just look after children. I strongly believe that era has
In this
passed.
economy?
In
I
this-
don't
yeah,
like
so
that.
it wouldn't work for me. I like to have my own
So it's
money.
an individual thing.
Yes,
Yes,
I
but
like to.
oh, that's my problem.
yeah.
We're now looking down on women who are making the
Those
choice to
choices.
be housewife. We shouldn't.
I don't think we should. I think that's a wrong perception or a wrong approach, because you shouldn't look is who cannot meet their needs, who cannot provide for them. So what do you now expect such a woman to do? Then you're faced with things like depression, frustration, and then the kids don't even get that sort of care and attention that they deserve.
Is there
because
really a woman in
this day and age?
They exist.
Have you checked your husband's BP?
I am a
Is it correct?
Not so much.
No, they do exist. And I think one of the things that we're downplaying, and I really don't like it, it gets my goat, I'm sorry, is the fact that there's a huge amount of work when it comes
Being
to
a
taking care of the
mother,
home, being a
being a
traditional wife.
Yeah.
You are in charge of
There's a lot
finances,
of-
by the way.
But yeah.
You plan the finances of, you take care of the man. My people, excuse me. And what you find out in cases like that is the women burn out faster because they're doing so much.
They're doing so
So let's not downplay the amount of work
exactly.
they exist.
that you can have one
Source of income.
income?
Yes, a
What
lot
happens
of the
when
men
the
who have
finance is
money,
not enough?
what you find is a lot of men who have money,
Yeah.
who are in the certain 5%,
100.
and you're also
Of
looking.
the upper class,
And also,
remember?
I think it's also what you want in life. If you want your children to be traveling every 2 minutes and they're traveling, they have to travel business class. That's a different thing. Some of these people are okay with their children traveling once a year.
Or not
And
even traveling at all, say.
Exactly.
and there's nothing wrong with that. The children who are raised, there's nothing wrong wherever you are if you don't
Or
travel.
even
As
studying
long
abroad, yeah.
sort of did both. But she was supposed to be a housewife. Well, you know, my man office that one place.
You
She
go
has to
do
She has to
something.
do many things.
Uh-huh.
But my mom found a way to make it work because
To
my mom
balance it.
closed her office and everything. At the same time, we're closing from school, and she's home throughout.
My mom too. My mom too.
And I think I'm sorry. My childhood, I cannot dash anybody. I cannot give anybody. It was amazing, and that's because my mom was there 24/7. So forget that we're doing all this. You know, we work. We're doing this. We want the kids to have the best. We're giving the kids
Support. So that's now outsourced.
to our nanny.
Yeah. So either nannies or even
Nanny.
their friends.
See the no pronunciation of this nanny.
Nanny.
Hello.
Anyway,
Nanny.
So, well, I think we're out of time now. Yeah. So we're going on a break right away. Okay, it was a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
Bye. No.
Oh, but a suffering a smiling. We can't take it no longer. The poor people living in fear. No, this is a serious matter. So much blood, sweat, and tears. No, we can't take it no longer. The poor people living in fear. No, this is a serious matter. So much blood, sweat, and tears for so long, too long. So long, too long, for so long, too long. Corruption in high places, no, we can't take it no longer. The poor people living in fear, no, this is a serious matter. So much blood, sweat, and tears, no, we can't take so much blood, sweat, and tears. Ow. We and them are gonna say, shut up your mouth. What we are gonna do? What we are gonna do? Things are getting rougher. What we are gonna do? What we are gonna do? Life is getting tougher. What we are? Can you hear the people say no? We can't take it no longer. The poor people living in fear. No, this is a serious matter. So much blood, sweat, and tears. No, we can't take it no longer. The poor people living in fear. No, this is a serious matter. Listen now. Boom. Hey. The weak are getting weaker, the strong getting stronger, and they say our voice is alright. If it's true, our leader them say. Tell me why people they suffer every day. Take a body fling crash and the bomb fall. Boom. They promise our children good education. See them be slaughter like chicken our nation. Most of our leaders they don't know what they do. Ask them. I mean I know. God think that is a poor man's
God
Longer.
day in the discussion proper. So let's talk about feminism now.
Okay.
At its core, feminism is the belief that women deserve equal social, economic, and political rights and freedoms. And over the years, feminism has focused on issues like the right to vote, reproductive and sexual freedom, and equal pay. Feminism has also explored racism, gender norms, self-expression, and much more. So,
Well, the beginning of feminism is what, the 19th century, with the suffrage movement,
yeah.
and where women marched and said they wanted
They
their
want-
own rights,
yes.
the right
Right.
to vote,
Equal opportunity.
yes,
Gender equality and all
the
that.
right to manage charge of all the wealth.
Everything.
Nothing ever touched their hands. They were from beginning
Done.
tough titty. So that's how come it started. The
Yeah.
suffrage movement will with women march.
Equality and everything.
Oh, we didn't say sexual.
They
darling.
were
I
sexual
think they
equality.
had-
they did not say anything
They
sexual
didn't-
in
they
the
didn't do-
19th
No,
century.
in that century, they
They did
didn't
not
say
talk
anything
sexual.
sexual.
And why?
I think it
They
just
wanted-
it only had to
they-
do with just
Equal rights and justice.
equal rights, as in the right
Sexual
to.
right- They want. They
They were
wanted
trying to
be
get some
heard.
jobs. Well,
because-
not
because a lot
basically
of-
wanting to be
they wanted
heard
to
per
be
se.
heard.
No, they just wanted to be given the chance to
Yeah,
earn
to
something
be
for
heard, to be
themselves.
seen,
Do you know how?
No.
to have a
Do you know-
choice.
Do you know
didn't
how
have-
horrible it is that you come to this world and everything that you do is determined by whoever your father is, and then after Lady Stanton and
Lady Stanton.
Lucretia Motts were the first people to organize a convention for
Yes.
women.
Yeah.
It was called the Seneca Falls Convention, which produced the Declaration of Sentiments. Isn't that weird?
Sentiments.
The Declaration of Sentiments.
Oh well. That was the way to speak then, I suppose.
It
Which was their sentiments. That's nice.
you know,
Yeah.
sentiments. So we would say feminism then was a huge deal,
It was a huge.
movement.
It was a huge hit.
Yes, hit and
They
miss, it
fought.
was.
They fought. They fought
And
for
they
their rights and
conquered.
they got it. Yeah.
And they conquered. So women got the right to vote. And then let's look at our parents' time. What was it like?
In our parents' time, the women what to do, you know, Yeah, so
Yeah,
I think it was going,
But would we
well.
say? Yeah, but would we say?
When, at some point when it looks like
started, that was like in the middle. I think the Beijing conference was,
Yeah.
they wanted to dot the I's
and
cross
cross
the
the T's.
T's.
Yeah.
Basically,
So by the time
and then to
it's-
manage our finances. We don't, I mean, I think what was happening was whatever they earned was going to their father or to their husband.
If they were
Right.
allowed to work.
If they were allowed to work.
Yes.
And so they wanted to be able to have their
to
own
do
money.
stuff, and then also to vote.
They wanted their
Don't
own
forget.
and to,
a chance.
to vote.
Yes.
Yes,
And
and,
then by
you know,
the time-
to be able
have
to
a
say a few
say.
words.
Yes.
Yes.
And by
have
the
a
time
say.
we got
what's
to the
happening.
Beijing conference, it was more about women getting equal
Being
pay
more
for the
assertive.
work
Yeah,
that
they
they
were
were
putting
doing.
in.
And not just equal pay, equal chances.
Equal
I think that's where
chances.
that 35% thingy came from.
Yes.
In governance.
Yes, in
in
governance,
politics,
in every
in
aspect of
everything.
life.
Women were supposed to have 35% of the votes, or rather of work, of in politics. We are supposed to have, I don't know why this thing is not clicking right now, but it's 35%, right?
Let me rub your back.
Every government parastatal
Yeah.
must be able to say we have 35%
amount,
of
yeah,
females
to them.
Working in
our-
my
in our
yes.
that was what the Beijing conference brought.
That's what
But
it
before then,
achieved.
yes, that's what it brought. It made women say this is what we
So
want.
that's what it achieved.
Okay,
Because
fine.
before then, they achieved the other things that were important.
Okay.
After this,
It was achieved.
but you know,
again.
for some reason, the only thing that rings in my head for the Beijing conference was the bicycle rides. I don't know why.
Women riding bicycles?
Yes.
Didn't they ride bicycles before?
Wait, no, what? I don't know. I don't know why that. So that's how it started, and
Okay.
that's how it's been going. Well,
So how is it
how is
today?
it? Yeah, how is it coming up?
Well, I
Are we
tell
happy
people.
with what? Well, no. Before we
help us.
Yeah, it
Oh,
did.
I mean,
Remember what you were saying when we were interviewing OGECHI? Remember you had said that in Africa we didn't have that problem.
Yes.
They had it there because we all knew the
know
women.
you don't agree,
the
NY,
women.
because
I
your
know you
face.
don't agree, NY, but listen carefully.
I'm
The women
listening.
knew their place, right? They knew they had a say
Yeah.
in the right would be in every chieftaincy gathering. If the king is seated and his chiefs are there, if
There must
the
be a
woman is not there, if the Omu is not there, you can't take a decision.
And you know, Omo Yoruba is
commando.
best.
She was commando, remember?
Omo Yoruba is best. Just saying.
Okay, well, whatever.
And that's the giver of life.
Before the king, the chief, the Oba will take that decision with his chiefs. If Yalode is not seated, that decision
Nothing
can't
would
stand.
be- Nothing would be.
Because once she
go on.
gets there, she will scatter it. All she needs to do is say one sentence. 𝗪𝗀𝗁𝗁 𝗪𝗪𝗁. How can you people say like this, like
Right,
this,
okay,
like
well, you are not.
𝗪𝗀𝗁𝗁 𝗁𝗁 here? How can you say it's like this and it's like this? Have you not thought about this? Because she must always bring her own feminine.
Yes, the female vote.
Angle.
The female vote.
And so the women knew that if they had an issue, they would go
They should
straight
go
to the
straight
Omo.
to her, right?
That's one. Two, during my grandmother's days, which is more or less like in the beginning, when she was much younger, the women had this market woman syndrome, market woman scheme kind of thing, where the leader of the market woman is the one that helps them solve their problems, right?
Yes.
So when they sit down and they have issues, I've heard stories. My grandmother was the leader of market women, and there was a man who they heard was doing some things
To his wife.
to a fellow man. The woman came to report that this is what this man has done to my husband.
And she took care of it.
They sent a message to him. He didn't reply. These useless women, who are they? What can they do? They sent the second message. The third message, they told him they are coming. No market that day. You know where the market was? In front of his house. They went there naked. Those who were breastfeeding were breastfeeding. If you want to defecate and urinate,
It was
Do
right
there,
there.
put to the
Right
side.
there.
We
We had
I remember, yeah,
scenes.
we women have always had rights, really.
Exactly.
Do you
I
understand?
don't know.
Now-
Before Igbo came, I made them
I
wear
don't know if it
corsets.
was really
And they started
Oyibo.
fainting.
I don't know if it was really Oyibo
It was
that
Oyibo.
made the men realize that women really did not have to have so much rights. I don't know, because I think that it's
It was
always
co- it
been
was-
there
it was-
somewhere.
no, it was
The rights have
colonization
always
based.
been there. It was just there's a
It was
colonizing
colonization
kind
that
So
of
somebody gave you
thing,
the
Change.
power to decide that my women who had powers
and they
before,
put a lot of
please
English in
suddenly
it.
I
will
don't
not-
forget.
Yeah.
And that the way they did it
Well,
was better
shame.
than
Okay. Today, Gloria.
So like, and also I feel like during my neck
Yeah, the
and
woman
the,
that- that's why a rebuild.
So you see that completely, or that was what they wanted then.
thing in this country,
They have a say.
Yes, I have a say in it.
Go home.
It did. It was
Did
just
they?
on the outside.
Thank- Bring you a captivating show that will keep you glued to your radio.
Yes, so from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. on Wednesdays.
On your favorite radio station, 98.3 Mainland FM.
Ladies Lounge. Real women, real talk.
Plus plenty aproko.
What you need, do you know I got it?
Welcome to the Ladies Lounge. Real women, real talk.
Oh yeah, what a night.
Hello, we're back, and we're opening the phone lines now. Would like to get your views, would like to get your opinions on our discussion on feminism this evening. The lines are, call us on 091 36000 410. I'll take that again, 091 36000 410. And WhatsApp and text messages can come to us on 091 36000 430. Oh yes, and it's an indigenous Nigerian company. Guys,
Wow.
call us.
Strawberry jam.
Yep,
Can they see it?
Made by Niger.
made by a
made in
Nigerian.
Nigeria.
Everything is grown here. So
That's
yes,
good.
call us. First time callers, we want to give you jam, some sweetness from Elite Food. So we're going right back to
Feminism
talks
of
on
today. Not a feminist, because this
Sweetheart.
feminism is toxic.
You know why you need to pause there first? We're going to argue about that. You know why? Because what is the real definition of feminism?
We don't talk.
We don't talk am.
We don't.
Yes,
I don't know we'll talk am again.
That's
No
the first
vex.
We talked about the fact that for feminists, we wanted the right to vote, right to
No.
exist,
The
right to
definition.
The definition itself.
Please, can you
Yes,
read
that
it out
definition
again?
you gave.
Okay, I'm gonna read it for you now.
Okay,
Words.
read it.
At the very, very core. Okay, so feminism is the belief that feminism has focused on issues like the right to vote,
We have a caller.
reproductive.
Anyway, we have a caller.
Hello, we got a caller. Are you a first-time caller? Hi. What's your name, please? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, good evening. My name is David. I'm calling you from Maryland.
Hello, David from Maryland. How are
First
you
time
doing?
Yeah.
caller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so good. I'm just so excited
you?
listening to you guys talk about feminism and all.
Thank you.
I'm really
Thank you very
enjoying
much
the program.
for,
Thank
David.
you. You have one jam, Sha.
Yes, sir.
David,
Jam
you have to
for
come and pick up your jam, okay? Come to our
Okay, as
studios.
well, please.
Mainland 98.3 FM. It's an Anthony.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of Mainland FM, so I'll be there.
Oh, fantastic. So we're going to send
Huh?
you the address right
Yes, we'll send you the
Yes.
address
Alright.
right now, okay?
Yeah, so
Thank you, David.
What would you like to contribute to our discussion? Or you're just calling in to say hello?
No, nothing really. Just called to just appreciate you guys and say I'm enjoying
thank
the
you
program.
David.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, you were now saying
Yes, I was
the
saying
definition.
over the years, feminism has focused on and much more. So at its core, feminism is a belief that women deserve equal social, economic, and political rights and freedoms. So that's it basically.
Okay, Bimbo, now will you now say that you are not a feminist?
No, with the way it's being operated
Now,
nowadays,
she doesn't
I'm
want to be
not.
associated with
No,
that
no,
now.
no.
She
You
said
you
it.
need to ask me what I am. I'm a
good.
humanist. I believe all those rights that we've just stated
Yes.
belongs to every human
Everybody,
being that's
yeah.
alive.
Okay, wait. I while we were talking with David, I googled humanism.
Reason.
Feminism, on the other hand, advocates for gender equality. You see how these people can confuse themselves?
I'm
It's-
advocating.
it's syntax
See,
and English.
I'm a
It's
humanist.
English and
Listen
double
carefully.
English.
Humanist, advocating for all
For
human,
human
rights.
rights.
When it's positive,
Perfect.
when it should be there, it should be. Whether boy, whether girl, whether
am in
man,
agreement
whether
with you.
woman, everybody has
Has
rights.
rights.
And one should not be more important
Looked down on
than the
or-
other, whether
yeah,
you're a
or
man or you're a
appreciated more.
woman.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
one
so
should
I
not
like
be
that.
at the
That's
expense of
human-
the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
And that's awesome. I like that
I
too
like
because
that.
I believe in the same thing. I just think that I'm a feminist. I don't know.
Okay.
You can call it in any, you can
Okay.
every which way.
Exactly.
I believe strongly that everybody must have a say. My freedom stops where yours starts.
Okay.
Your freedom stops where mine starts.
Which freedom is that?
Freedom to talk, freedom to touch, freedom to be. Do you understand?
Okay, so what's the
Freedom.
difference between what
So-
you
so
think
what I'm
and
saying-
believe and what Bimbo
No, it's the
does?
same thing. I agreed now.
It's
That's
just
it.
the
I
title.
agree.
So,
It's
but
the title.
you prefer the title of
It's
feminist?
the title, yes.
Okay.
And let me tell you
I mean-
why I'm so passionate about saying
And-
humanist, because it's so toxic now, what we call feminism.
And that's why we need to change that idea.
Yes, because what
There's so much toxicity. Yeah, you
it
said so.
is. What it is now is as if we're using this movement to fight men and to
Yeah.
put men down,
Down.
to shame men.
To shame men
This
and
victim,
shame women who
this
don't behave the way we want them
victimization,
to.
victim
We're
mentality.
not just bullies now. I
You,
think.
we are bullies.
We're just
You're hearing
bullies.
terms like narcissist, kineko.
Ah.
If you okay,
Venus versus Mars. You heard that one?
no, my sister.
Oh, Lord have mercy. They say women are Venus. They're the feminine gender. They're soft. They're this, they're
Yeah, but
that.
we're
And-
sometimes we're this and
oh,
we're that.
yes. And then they make themselves like,
Please tell
it's
me.
no longer a
Please
compliment.
compliment me. I still take compliments.
You understand? It begins to look as if it has turned into, what's that word? It's not rape, it's harassment.
It's harassment
Sexual
hara-
harassment
it's
in the
sexual
workplace
harassment.
and all
Everywhere.
sorts.
Just because you
Accusations.
say someone looks nice, all of a sudden,
I think we're
you're
just
harassing
going
them.
overboard with it. Also, I think also that we need to take a step back, like the older ones, and
social media. And what I've seen with the young ones today is that their idea of feminism is that I'm an independent woman. Independent ladies on your hand and in.
Lord, have
What
mercy.
does that mean?
well, you know, we've also
Success
Nobody's an
depends on
island.
people.
Yes.
so yes, you can agree, you can decide that you
To 40s. Then there's now
It's
a
had to
big
change.
hula, a cry.
Yeah.
About have all these feelings. I crave children.
than
Some
that.
people are
You
telling
can only
is.
take it one day at a time. You can't change that.
Caller.
We can. Oh, hello, caller. Help. Thank you for responding.
from.
My name is Peter. Pardon?
Are you a new caller?
Pizza.
How are you doing, Peter?
Yeah.
Time callers. I don't know.
Okay.
To the office.
I don't know,
You know
because
you
I
cannot-
because I go out early. I just believe that it's getting out of hand, because the time of our ancestors, women had a say. A woman in a house, she men, they have the will of a competitor. At the beginning, as you elucidated, is equality. Give me the chance to vote. Those are the places in the public sphere. That is what women in America will stay at home and then be enclaved, be held bound. She needs pad. She will ask from the husband. No, she needs woman. She needs her money. A woman needs her money, and then you complement with your own money. She's happy. Marriage will go smoothly. I think that is what I wanted
Oh,
Thank
to
you
thank
say.
so
you,
much.
Peter.
Thank you so much, Peter.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless
Bless
you.
you too.
I love your program. I love your. I
Thank
can't.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
so much.
Peter. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
So it looks like the men are really against this our new feminism style. It looks like
It's just a misconception. Not
It started. I remember when we were
Nicely.
talking in terms of rape.
Yes.
And how the first question they will ask you is, "Oh, what were you
what were
wearing?"
you wearing?
Which was
Where
so
did you go?
Which was
Ah.
so, and now that has evolved to I can be naked
I can
anytime
be-
I
Yes,
want.
oh my god.
And then
Did
you
you see
go.
that video I sent you guys?
There was one at the airport not wearing underwear.
Totally
Yes.
naked.
She was
She
wearing
was just wearing a top.
She was
Yes,
wearing
that's-
My
transparent.
eyes were harassed.
Who were you
I was
harassing?
But my
feeling
eyes were
oppressed and
harassed.
harassed. Yes. You understand?
There's so much. There's,
It's so
there's
bad.
harassment
And
everywhere.
then remember the Me Too movement?
Yes.
That confused the whole thing. Now you're not sure. Are you sure that this person really raped you? Or
Yes.
are you joining them to say, oh
Joining
yes, me too.
issues.
Me too. Me too.
And,
Me
Everybody
too.
said
and you know,
Everybody.
it's so bad because
And then you
the
believe
rape
till
is not
everybody else
something
who was
lying
raped.
about
Lying
being
about
raped,
being
so
raped.
that they can collect property and make the man redundant.
It's sad.
So who
It's
you,
sad.
at the end of the day, when it really happens,
Who
you won't
believes
even
you?
believe them.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're now affecting those who are actually being raped,
Yeah.
who need these rights.
But there's so much going on, Sha.
There's
You
so
guys were talking about rape. We're not talking about the fact that everybody assumes that it must be gay or lesbian.
Oh no, we're going there now. That's the toxicities that Bimbo talked
It's
about.
plenty.
It's plenty, isn't it?
Yeah,
That,
it's so
that
many.
you must smoke heavier than the boys.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's going on.
what the boy can do. Oh
I can
now,
do
What
better.
a man can do, I can do better.
yeah, now there's this thing that you can't.
So you're a well.
Yeah, well, anything that enter there can be
Can-
It's there.
contaminated.
It stays for life, my
Contaminated.
dear. Oh.
You're a bowl. and there's nowhere
You're a
else for it to
recept-
go.
you're
A
a
receptacle.
You collect.
And that's the difference. We keep forgetting that there's beauty in our differences.
Oh, yeah, we have a caller. Hello.
Oh,
Good evening.
we've lost it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We keep forgetting that there's so much beauty
so
in the
much.
differences between male and female.
There's a reason why they call. Okay, we have a caller. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, what's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
He-Man.
Hey, man, send it to. How you doing, bro?
I'm fine.
Hey,
Good evening.
I don't even have to ask you where you're calling from. I know.
We know.
Yeah. So you want to contribute to
Good evening.
our
There's a way God has created this gender. I'm talking of the feminine and the male gender.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it cut across so many aspects because as a lady or as a woman, as a feminine, God has created them to be a good manager. I'm talking politically now. I wish in any the crisis they will manage anything. But again, working with them, Kai, it's always difficult. And you know, these men of a thing, we're always egocentric. How can a woman start talking to me? You know, looking out, how can a woman do this? But forgetting the fact that at times he gives her some little amount of money. At the end of this, she will still prepare something that will go round.
worth more than what you're giving, eh?
Yeah. Well, when I see my dad, those days that I know, maybe we're on holidays, you know, I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, I do.
we do.
And again, looking at the office again, working with a woman in the office, man, my head is always like, man, this woman, eh? But along the line, this same woman again, so there are so many things. I don't know how to put it. There are so many aspects.
Ēhimen has just confirmed this, that there are men who are feminists.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Now, the feminist is man or woman.
Oh, man or woman,
Yes.
exactly. So people need to
appreciate
understand
women.
that.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't think we should get it twisted. Though.
Let's
We're
not
not
get it
saying
twisted.
feminism
We're
is a
not-
bad thing.
it's not
an
a bad thing.
amazing thing.
Yeah.
Without
The right
feminism, we
one.
will not be. Kudos to all the women who
Kudos to all
fought
the women who
for
fought
our
and got us
rights.
to where we are today.
Yeah.
Kudos to the men who helped
Who
them.
helped them, who
Exactly,
encouraged them.
because there were men
Encouraged and
who were
supported
part
them.
of that
Of that
fight.
movement.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, so
So-
I'm just saying what obtains today is for me so
It's a
scary.
bit much.
We forget something.
Out of your
yes,
house.
what way you walk out of your house?
Well, things you're
Men.
scared of. Yeah, you're scared
You're
of what
scared of
could happen to
rape,
you. Yeah.
Robbers,
Caller.
Yeah.
all this violence.
Caller.
Yes.
Okay, hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, who's on the line, please? And where you
Good
calling
evening.
from? Good evening.
This is my second time. I called the first time I win your prize. I tried to call you. So I want to say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome,
you're very
Samuel.
Oh,
God bless
amen,
you too.
Samuel.
Amen.
No, I just tuned up to the radio now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So keep
thank you,
listening.
Samuel.
Okay.
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Right.
Another caller, right? Okay.
We lost that.
it. Okay.
So check this out. All the violence that is against women is from men.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah.
Now, who are the people that stop this violence?
It's
Men.
the same men.
Right. Our fathers, our brothers, our husbands.
Who do you call when you have that violence?
Exactly.
Either your
puzzles.
And that's why you see. That's
Yeah.
why it needs to be harnessed. This
That's
thing
why
needs to be.
it's a
It needs to be
synergy
understood.
between
You
both
can also
that-
learn self-defense.
sexes. Oh God.
No matter the self-defense that you learn, it's not the same. It's actually never the same.
So I feel like
you can learn
The
karate.
same. Karate.
No, it's karate. It's karate.
Okay,
Karate
karate.
is not as nice as karate.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So we have the good men who are making sure that women
That
are
we
safe.
can-
Don't
yeah.
forget.
Good evening.
Yes. Who's on the phone on the line, please? Where are you calling from?
This is Paul calling from 𝗪𝗀𝗃.
Hello, Paul.
Hello, Paul.
How are
Our
you?
first time caller, Paul.
Yeah, my first time caller.
Yay.
Because I just was very early. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry,
Sorry.
We'll keep your jam.
We'll
I'll
keep
eat
it for you.
So
We'll
what's
eat
up?
it
Are you
for you.
want to
Yeah.
you want to
Contribute.
contribute to our discussion?
Yeah, I want to contribute.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please, I want to ask if this feminism of a thing is something women should practice in marriage, because I think it's causing a whole lot of problems today. As someone like me,
Yeah.
my parents
know?
divorced 2 years ago,
Okay.
like 4 years ago, when my mother started fighting for her rights, and then all of like being she want to be like she's equal with my father, and then everything. Before you know it, problem started, and then before you know it, the marriage ended. So I'm asking if feminism is what women should
what women should practice in marriage. Because if a woman is telling me that we are both equal in marriage, obviously I'm a man.
We
I'm the
never
head,
said
I'm
so.
superior. If she says she wants to be
He's talking about his mom. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm giving an example from my own parents' marriage.
Okay.
And if a woman wants to tell me like, okay, look, she's equal with demanding for the kids, the woman too should be able to spend, but she's not ready to spend money because she just wants to be equal with my father. That's a problem. So I'm asking if it's something women should practice in marriage because it's causing problems too much.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So
Okay, that's
Paul
a
was
great
talking
question.
about, yeah.
I'm sorry. I think in a
What
marriage you are
did his mom
equals.
want?
You are equal.
What exactly did his mom want?
See,
I really wanted to ask her.
Exactly.
It
In a
depends.
marriage, we didn't say that you are equals equal.
You are
We
equal.
already described moves the head. Isn't it the neck?
And it depends on,
So
on
if
what
the
your mom
woman
felt
herself
was
is
missing.
fighting for to be the head, that's where the argument, that's where the quarrel comes from. Be in your place.
Also, hopefully,
That's
your-
that's
your-
what I see
your-
as feminism.
your-
when
your
you put it like
partner-
that, do you understand?
Your partner should be able to support you. Hopefully, you're with a partner who supports exactly what it is you're trying to do. Otherwise, it won't work.
No, in a situation, look, more important for both of you to know your place. You're there to support each
Caller.
other. We have a caller.
Hello. Good evening. What's your name and where you
Hello,
calling
good
from,
evening.
please? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes.
Yeah, hello?
Hello,
Yes.
yeah. Was regular.
No, he's a regular, but he likes to do this sexy kind of sound that I'll be like,
Hello, Sunday.
Sunday,
You
talk
want to
now.
contribute to our discussion?
Yeah, good evening, my fellow ladies and
Hello.
Yes, so our fellow.
yeah, my greetings to you. Yeah.
We salute you, our brother.
Yeah, yeah, when it comes to feminism, you see, in our society today, there is what we call moral decadence.
Yeah.
There's a lot of decadence out there today, which is more prevalent everywhere in the society. And if you cut back those days when our mothers were married then in times of, let's say, barter by trade, when mothers will be more kind of being respective, even when they haven't seen their house, and at the same time, they are given out to marriage, so they will be submissive, they kind of being more respective, even when they have not seen the man. So, and those
Hello.
decadence,
Okay.
yeah. So there's no much more moral decadence in those days, but in these days,
It's everywhere.
prevalent. The situation is
Okay.
it's everywhere. And just like when I was listening to you the other time, we were talking about somebody exposing ourselves in court and all that.
Okay.
Oh, we lost that.
We lost that.
Sorry.
So what he's saying is not affecting other people's rights. Is it fair?
It's not fair.
I mean, your right to be naked is harassing my right to have eyes.
Exactly. Your freedom stops where mine starts. My freedom is to open my eye.
So
Yours
in
is to
essence,
expose
we're
yourself.
beginning
Expose
to
yourself in
believe
your
all
house.
Feminism, right? That's what it means.
I think we're taking away from the
taking it
strength.
We're taking it
from the
away
strength
too
of
far.
feminism
Yes.
and what it stands for
What it
and how
stands for.
important it is. Because for a long time, women didn't have all
But
these
you
rights.
know the problem.
We're
The
watering
problem
it
is
down. We're trivializing
We're
it.
trivializing because you know what? I think the woman's strength is our problem. You know, when we start, we go overboard.
We too talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
When there's a little
That's
problem.
so.
No, but seriously.
Wow.
No, it was.
I can't believe women said that now.
Something is
I'm
happening.
dying. If a man had
Okay.
said that, would have
You
chopped
understand?
down his throat and
No,
killed him.
I won't jump down his throat because it's not a lie.
Oh, wow, women.
We
Excuse me.
do-
I'll
no,
tell-
you
you know,
know-
you know why I
it's
don't
like
agree
this-
with that? Let me
Okay.
see. You're talking. Is the bad ones that we talk about? That's
Not
what's
the
going
bad
on now.
ones
No,
now.
I'm not talking about. No,
And
no,
now
no,
them,
no.
they,
saying
now
that
them,
the
they
bad
do the
ones
worst
don't
now.
do
Now
it.
them, they make
But
the
then-
noise.
Yes,
Yeah.
but also in terms of what you're saying, majority of women who are earning more than their husbands, and you never know. The
There are a
majority
lot
of
of
women
yes.
who are the ones
Those
taking
are the-
care of the
those
home,
are the real
and you will
things
never
you
know.
will
their
never
husband.
know.
And you will never
And
find
that's
out.
how it should be.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So
That's
we
how
don't
it should
talk
be.
about them because it's not great news, but the odd one that comes and shows her husband that she's devil is what we talk about.
That's the
So
one
it's
we
not
hear about.
women. You don't
Yes.
generalize.
Yeah.
Some women. And
Yeah.
they're a minority. Well, I feel
Where people talk about them so
Constantly.
much. But let's not forget the lesbianism angle, the transgender angle. Can we talk about those angles?
Yes, let's talk about it.
Because it all has to do with the
You
feminism
know, I
and
have
the
a
new
problem
age.
with thinking that transgender is feminism.
Well,
I don't think so.
I don't know why you would say you have a problem
That's
with
the
that.
mental something.
Speak. I can see you almost having a decision.
Okay,
speak.
It's an upside down mentality. It's nothing to do with feminism. And I remember I would still always say that we were raised to believe that lesbianism is an abomination. It's an adopted in Nigerian constitution, so lesbianism is still it's still an illegal. Yes,
I'm glad you're saying it like that. You know why? Because a lot of people think that it's all part of the feminism thing. I can do what I want.
No, I don't think sexual preference. Sexual preference didn't come through the feminist angle.
It started with men, and then women followed suit.
I'm going to tell you guys something, and I'm sure this is not popular, but in all honesty, I have a right to do whatever I think is right for me. You have the right to do whatever is right for you. All of us will meet.
You will meet somewhere.
I would not with it. I have to be sincere. I have that problem too. I don't have whatever you do in my face.
Yeah.
If I'm claiming that I have a right to be who I am, I can't stop you from being who you are. In all honesty, that's how I see it.
Can we be very realistic here? Talking about all honesty, talking about not forcing
I'm talking about
anyone.
money, yes.
Yes,
You
talking
want to
about
force your own beliefs on the person, you can't.
No. I don't think
Don't
we
forget that
go
the
out
person doesn't share your
deliberately.
beliefs.
Yes, but I don't think we go out deliberately to force our beliefs, especially abroad in the Western world, of promoting lesbianism and giving them accepting that it has come to stay and it's acceptable. But we have not reached that stage in this part of
I don't believe that. That's not true. But also, if we're going to talk about feminism, I think we should talk about the fact that transgenders are taking up the rights of women. Transgenders are in
we should be talking.
They're in women's spaces. Now, if men,
have you heard about the one that won the sports?
Yes, if a man is now a woman and is winning female sports, it's a problem. If a man is now a woman and is now winning best woman in the world, it's a problem.
Wow.
Beauty pageants, because I think that's
something on our rights, our feminist rights.
In terms of sports or beauty contests or everything, there should be female and then there should be transgender.
Can you imagine?
But that still creates a sense of separation.
Well, there's separation in male and female. Excuse me. So let's go. What it means to get up and say I'm no more a man or a woman. You know what it means to do the operation and remove your chest, remove your distance, and it's a. I can never do it, but it's a long, a huge journey.
Apart from that, look at it this way also. What it takes to be a woman, it's internal. You can grow the boobs and ass, excuse my language, right? But you do not have it here. And so when a man changes and says he's
does he bring in the aggression?
I am.
No, I mean the men. The conversation is okay now. Everybody will be all right with yourself, or we don't have two genders again. We have three: male, female, trans. Trans covers all those pronouns. There's
another gender will soon surface.
They're all inside trans.
No. After trans,
they're all inside the
trans. It's under trans. They're called foreign cats and whatever. They were barking and mewing and whatever. They're asking for their rights. They're under the trans movement. There are over 600 gender titles or pronouns under trans.
What about robots?
No, but going back to that thing, don't you feel insulted when a man comes and stands in front of you and says he identifies with being a woman?
Why do I feel insulted? Please identify.
I feel insulted because he's trivializing my gender
and my journey on a certain
and my life. He's trivializing it. He's insulting me.
Let him do all the things and
I don't understand why some people follow a particular character who keeps making it seem as if being a woman is all about.
That's his right.
Passion.
You can't call him. So it's a shim. It's now shim.
No, there's no shim there.
There's nothing like shim. It's a him.
See, there's a him. They're either shims or him.
You guys. The way I feel about it, this is how I feel about it. If we're claiming rights and we're saying we all have rights to certain things, right? Looking at it from that point of view, okay, right, you have the right to be whoever you want. But don't let your writing women before.
Thank you.
That's my problem with it. You're claiming that they should not be calling, they shouldn't say words like vagina anymore. We should be called something bearers or whatever. We can't say mother because mother is transgender. And they're removing removing woman. Some people are trying to actually.
In fact, you cannot be
remove
called
woman from the
human. You cannot be
dictionary.
called. But have you heard that one? You are not a real gender. You know you are female. A real female is not called a female.
No, they say you are
cis.
cis. You are cis female, cis woman.
Cis woman.
I'm not a cis woman.
Feminism.
It is because it's fighting for part
It's
of
really
it.
strange. I don't even know why we're saying.
We have a caller, guys.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. What's your name, please?
Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
I'm Sunday.
Sunday, you're back.
I actually went off because I was short of airtime.
Sunday.
So let's get straight to the point. We're almost time for.
We're almost done with
yeah?
this discussion. Okay.
Yeah. So, like if I may talk about briefly on this transgender of the thing, I think it's almost both sides, and what we think that it's far from us, it's already here.
Okay.
Although I've made can change it. There is always a big difference to be like that. And at the same time, I would say that in other aspects of Western world, that is what they practice, and at the same time is already in Africa. Boils down to technology, and at the same time, it can't be natural. If you look at it, the way the feminine is made, it's naturally made. There is always a difference between the artificial side, and we can't hide from it. We can't just hide from it. You understand? So that's what I.
Yes, we're here.
Yeah, actually, I think last is like you were giving out some goodies and you forget Sunday from Ikeja.
No, the goodies ended.
Okay.
But last week's one
okay,
ended.
maybe I can. Okay, maybe can I get your address?
Yes, Mainland FM. They'll text it to you.
They'll text it to you. Okay.
Please
Thank
text
you,
it to
Sunday.
Right.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you, Sunday.
Thank you.
And you know, in all of this, they keep forgetting that women have rights as well. I think they're trampling on women, and this is what feminists should be fighting about. You are no feminist organization has come out about to fight this wahala.
God bless you. In fact, they're giving them the opportunity. Have you thought about it? If you say that you have tranced into a feminine body from a masculine body, are you allowed in a feminine toilet?
I don't think you should ever be allowed in a feminine toilet.
How many of them have given people belly in prison?
Guess what their crimes are? Their crimes are usually against women.
Yeah.
Violence against women. And if you now think that it's smart to put such a person in the same prison as women as this violence is against.
And just let's back to that. He said something about what was it? Women talking to men in the home.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. That's the feminine angle. Is there anything that has to do with it? Why worship or massage the ego, right?
Well, the way I see it, and both parties have to respect each other. There are certain words I would never use whilst talking to my partner. Certain words I would never come out of my mouth. Do you understand? And we will say it's a joke or equal respect. We all have our different positions in the home. Yes. I mean, let's be frank. I don't want to carry dustbin and take outside. Man, do it. You have more energy, I mean more power. Do you understand? But looking at at the fact that I'm also a vulnerable person, the most vulnerable in this relationship.
Okay.
So we should complement each other.
They tend to do those things naturally, you know. But it would be nice if the guys know that this is what they do and they do it.
Yes. Okay, like me in my house, if we're talking in terms of cooking, I know some homes that it's only the man that cooks.
Yeah. The cooking, yeah.
In my home, you just be okay. I'm the one that cooks.
I will not eat your food. You just prepare everything. Just bring in everything that you do. I don't eat anybody's food. I want to do.
But you know, I think it's also everybody's strength. If your man cooks better than you, or he has more of a passion for cooking, then he's the cook. Then you wash plates. You clean up. You know, let it be equal.
Work together.
Yes.
Work together. That's
work together to have a brilliant home.
Who says that?
A husband that likes to wash.
Yes, and a lot of women complain about the husband washing. Yes. Women, we complain a lot too. Anyway, we've
have we run out?
Yeah, we have run out.
I don't feel like we've talked about this long.
We can continue talking. We can continue talking. We'll go on a break now.
We'll talk off air, right?
I don't even want to call you.
single baby. Sophisticated mama.
Mainland 98.3 FM. Don't touch the dial. 98.3 FM. Don't touch.
Station 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
And we keep forgetting, we're live on Facebook. My people, where are
we
you?
should talk about that.
I'm
too.
looking
That's
for
true.
you on Facebook. I've been looking into the screen since I haven't seen anybody.
Oh.
But we're on hit and miss now. Hit or miss.
Oh,
I
please,
have
please,
one.
please. I saw something. I have to, please allow me.
Let
Allow
me
me.
let you speak.
Please, I'm so excited about this. Okay, am I excited? Is that the word? Okay, so I saw this thing online where these children, young guys and girls in Ikorodu were fighting. No more
Colorado,
colos,
right?
no more colos allowed in Ikorodu,
Oh, that's
as in they are
great.
ready to fight anybody that's
That's
selling
great.
colos.
I
I
love
say it's
that.
about time.
About time.
I hope they
I'm
can
tired.
identify those people who are selling this
They all
colo.
know, we all know.
It cannot just be the noise.
Jonathan, just ask the young people like, hey, who is selling colos? They say, but 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏. They will tell you. They know who they are. So they are saying no more colos because
That's great.
it's driving our
I'm happy
children.
about
That's
that.
great. That's great.
Bonkers.
Because, I mean, somebody has to do something about
That for me is a hit.
smart.
Major
It's
hit.
a hit.
Big one.
Major
I know
hit.
the
I
annoying
love
thing.
it.
Like I was saying, the girls are doing it more than the boys. My God.
Imagine that. Putting it into all kinds of drink.
No, is it marijuana?
Colorado, they're not cold. Whatever it is, do we know what they do? Do they smoke it? Do they drink it? Do they,
Well, I really don't
do
want
they
to know
inject
what
it?
it is.
What do they do? Do you understand?
Okay, Gen Z says smoke it.
Jersey said they smoke it. Okay, la. Very good. Okay.
Anyway, that's a huge.
That's a huge hit
Hit.
for Ikorodu.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the chemical in that thing for it to be driving people mad?
For you to be saying on colos, Colorado on colos.
No,
God
it's the
have
song
mercy.
that started, went into a
Next.
Whatever.
Okay, so
I have one. Okay, go ahead.
I came across something. Accommodation.
Where are they going to get it from?
If they don't
What's
have house, they're
200?
in trouble.
200,000?
Yeah.
Yes, here in Lagos.
At
Apapa, I think.
Yeah, the Port Authority barracks.
Who doesn't have
Apparently,
house?
when you are seconded to the Port Authority,
Mm.
that's the accommodation they give to you. But we leave the barracks,
Yeah.
and they gave them 3 months. But the next thing they told them in 2 weeks they need to be out.
Wow.
Then gave them 200,000 to go and rent.
Rent where?
quarters.
Where?
I don't know where.
Face me, I face
I
you.
wonder where they're supposed to. What are you doing with
Face is not
200,000?
200,000, Bimbo.
In certain areas, it's
And how many of them have children?
Wow.
So they will be going as far as
They'll be going far.
very far in the interior
Yes.
end of Ikorodu, then
To
come
get
to
to
what?
us.
It's a mess.
And those people have to sleep so that they can come and combat crime, Abi.
Yeah.
How would they not be the
Imagine.
criminals?
It's a mess.
I have one.
Yes.
Florence Tagiwa
Oh God.
is starting and championed women. She tagged it verbal violence against women. She says women should not be blackmailed into shying away from going into politics.
This is from the story that
the spill off.
Yes, from when that uncle.
Yeah, that uncle
told her.
Let sleeping dogs lie. I don't know, is it a hit or a miss?
It's a miss. Because
as far as I'm concerned, it's a miss. It's a miss.
It's
Because
of how we generated, ba?
Yeah.
But maybe it's a good thing. Oh.
Please let me go on to my own. I beg, I have one. Have you said yours?
I said that's the one I said now.
I have one.
Yes.
This mob mentality that is overtaking our youths.
Follow.
This mob mentality that's overtaking our youths, I am against it. You people stop. Please, you have brain, use it, think. I mean, look, 𝗪𝗪𝗁𝗁 was one of those that was going from place to place, looking for information, talking to the police, fighting with people. They did a walk or whatever, everything. And then this 𝗪𝗪𝗁𝗁 and Tonto Dike go and buy coffin, and these people turned against them.
Why?
That they are clout chasing. That who shows when they buy coffin. But is it not that they are trying to show that they're being above board and they're not stealing and they're not doing anything weird?
They're being accountable.
Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Why I believe, social media, like the streets of social media has different. It also had this vibe of content creation in it, because it was like a show reel. It went on and on from going. It even showcased the full gallery of the caskets, the options, the prices, the package. I think there was too much information in it. It should have just been.
Okay, can I now say something? She's a skit maker.
Okay, now you're talking.
No, hold on. That's what she
they
does.
all know
It's
that.
going to translate into every other thing she does. That's her job. So she probably took it from that point of view and showed you guys exactly. She was trying to be accountable.
Then that adds up to the cloud chasing.
She's not chasing any cloud. She has cloud.
The others are the ones chasing cloud. The ones.
Interesting how social media reacts or how they interpret things.
Everybody's making noise about this Mohbad. They have taken it upon themselves to go
extra mile.
Yes, above and beyond the call of duty. Let's allow them to what they're trying
Let's
to
see
do.
what they can do.
You
So even
understand?
they buried him without that coffin, they say they bent his neck. They found big coffin. They should allow us,
I have another one. So that one is a huge hit. It's a hit for the two ladies.
But
and it's a miss for
the mob mentality.
who have
For the mob
interpreted
mentality.
it.
of the hospital in Ekiti that
Sure, it was.
That is.
I was
so-
devastated. Not maybe the beats that made me feel pain.
No, it
Where
was
you come
very.
from,
I
it
saw
was
the
very
picture. It was
heartbroken.
bad.
so the woman stood there and they beat her.
I wonder.
What did she do?
Well, she's probably an abused woman.
Yeah, she's possibly she's accepted the situation,
Yeah.
because when I saw that,
It's an
the
abused
first
woman.
thing that crossed my mind is how would a woman stay to be beaten to that extent? I mean, after the first slap, I would expect that you do something.
Run.
Yes, it's run. At least if you
Mortar,
cannot,
run.
if you cannot
Running
attack,
towards the mortar and pistol. But you
run.
know, for men who beat their wives, the very first day she beats back, that's the end of the fight.
Exactly.
That's
why I
the
said
end
I
of
would
it.
expect that she should have done
Yeah,
something.
but the problem now is, we
Yeah. So running is still the best option.
That is
After the first move.
Okay, are we blaming her now?
That's a huge miss.
Are we blaming
Let's
her?
not blame the woman.
No, we're not blaming the woman. I won't. Yes, I wouldn't.
It's a crazy man that
even
beat
for
her.
a medical, his patient.
License.
First of all, lose your license, lose the business, lose the patient. No
Lose
sane person
everything.
should go there for treatment,
then lose
because
his rights.
the man can beat you.
and his children. Ha! No, but
That's a huge
another
miss.
the girlfriend will marry him when she leaves him.
He will reach out to that. Is that not saying that the same? What's that saying in that?
Yeah,
It's good for the it's good for the guy that only.
No.
Or the
For such
same
a man
room.
to do that, it's his person. That's the kind of
That's who
person
he
he
is.
is. Yes.
No, but
yeah.
sometimes.
It couldn't have been a
After a while,
one-off.
they calm down.
It couldn't have been.
What about-
Maybe as they get older and they get incapacitated.
I don't know what
What about the lady? What about the lady that?
Okay, I think let me play devil's advocate, right? Everybody's against her, so let me try and be on her side. I'm sorry. Hold on, I'm not landed. I like to play. Please let me be on. Let me be on her side.
Go ahead.
It's 70, right?
She was only 6
Wait,
months last week.
wait now. Can I finish? is a huge deal.
But it's not Nigeria.
Wait now, as Nigerians, you know what I mean. It's a huge deal. So we always have big party. Even we had party for my mom's 70th. Everybody does party. And probably maybe our children now did not bring money for this party. Wait, you are not there. Can I finish my story? Is it your story?
Yeah, it's your story.
Maybe our children did not bring money for this party. A woman now say, for my shopping, since I've been able to cook money that I used to buy cow, that I used to buy pay for her, that I used to buy, and then people refuse to buy. And mama now look at her account balance. She's showing red. She used credit card to buy this thing. And she got up saying, "God, we money."
But it looks like everybody was wrong at Shoebi at that part.
They obviously didn't want to show the area the mama saw.
Maybe mama looked up and saw a side chico.
No, mama looked up and saw somebody in another corner.
But that woman is not old enough to in fact, was 60 a few hours ago.
Anyway, so we're going to go off now. When we come back, we'll go to Akintola.
Take a break?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll take a break. Come back for Akintola.
All right.
Thanks a bunch.
From New York to Hollywood.
I am Bimbo Akintola.
Well, I am Gloria, yo.
9 p.m. on Wednesdays.
On your favorite radio station, 98.3.
Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, ladies. Are you ready for some tea? Hello, ladies. Are you ready for some tea? Grab your cup and let's share some.
Come. I don't waka come again. How una dey, how una body don't taste worse. Since last week Wednesday, now I talk to na last. Thank God say Wednesday don't come again. Oh, I throw salute mama, papa, brother, sister, pikin, every of the happening girl. Hey, make I tell her now about this my sister. They call am Francisca. He say a name na Francesca. He grow up for Ikorodu. Him papa and mama no get plenty money, but by the time when he finish university, he get better job, and him because he sabi people can quick finish school. So at 22, he don't start work for bank. He don't they move with people where they happen for inside country. He don't see how life being can decide say, himself don't arrive. He can see say the life where they live before, where mama and papa they living not like that kind of life, not the life where suit them. He go house one time, go greet. I don't understand this kind of dirty. I don't sabi speak for them when I take as I talk up. Say, I don't understand this kind of dirty environment you are living in. Say, papa and mama, they live for dirty. The dirty way grow you reach where you did. The dirty way pay for your school fees. Way do everything. Way carry you reach where you did. You know, it don't turn dirty for your eye now. Now so life be. In they tell him, I say, you know, you are not a woman of the times. You did not raise me up to be the talking so waiting she did talk. Now she say, him mama no stand up for her rights. Him mama let him papa treat him anyhow. As him mama say papa no day forward going, no one move up in life. She's supposed to dump him, move on to the next man. Say as a woman, the power is in your hand. You have the right to pick and choose any man you want. If this one no work for you, you go the next one. Because nobody need to sit down and suffer head, mama. Mama they look up. Mama they look and see which kind of thing be this. What happen to this guy? Be demon don't enter this child body. If not demon, make the demon come out in Jesus' name. In the pray, say I don't understand. Mama say in one people know him with that kind of surrounding. In change your whole life. In turn to girl about town. He say in the tell people say, look, I come from poverty, but I raised myself up because I'm a woman of this century. I'm a woman of this century. I know what I deserve in life. Women are not supposed to be they're not supposed to be the slave of men. Say women don't pass that level where they go to follow man. He meet one guy, Michael na happening but we get money marry. Must be woman wey go fit talk to, no be woman wey no fit talk to. Now he start to date Francesca. Now he say He tell Francesca, he say, Francesca, I like you, but this thing where you they do, where I no go fit tell you when to do, what not to do. Say you know they hear what if I say no go this particular party as a lady, I will not take it. Now so this might just tell Francesca when they say, come they go, Mrs. Impinge. Go impinge yourself for another place because me I know they do this kind of thing. Now so man they come, man they go for Francesca. Say as an independent feminist of this century, she deserve all the respect. Say she said they bring home the bacon. I don't know. Not be money person they carry come out in saying they bring home bacon. Nah, see. This bacon they chop am abi they use and they buy food put for house. Anyway, she they bring home bacon, she they take care of herself. She they travel, she go here, she go there, she go come back. Time they pass. Francisca reach 30, he never marry. He still they tell people say no. I'm a feminist of the highest order. I know my rights. I know what I deserve. And Francesca get brain well. So in just they climb from back. Before you will know from back, he don't turn better or gap by the age of 35. Francesca don't hold money. Go greet him mama again. I mama say, Fanny, you know go marry. He said, no. Make your mama know they talk to him about those kind of things. She na woman wey know what she wants. She no go let one man enslave her, turn him to slave. Where she no can't get future again. Where she no she's not a baby making machine. She's here. In fact, as she be so, as a feminist of this generation, in no one born pikin. Mama say, hey, now boy, where you from? This guy, you go buy your own. He said, no, please, I don't want all this unnecessary things you are doing. I said, happy Fanny no answer. Fanny no answer him, mama. Mama start to pray for her. Fanny come they do. Fanny enter 40. Fanny turn ED. I bet they call her for bank. Big position, Ogbonge position. Then turn to one big oga pata for bank. Fanny still never marry. Fanny come realize say all the friends where they do feminist go. All of them don't marry, don't settle inside my house. Nobody dey whenever born pikin. Only she dey with the people where she come they do feminist. Now she start to think. He come meet one guy, Benga. I can say make him just manage with Benga. And Benga they do. Now Benga come tell her one day, say sorry no if he marry him because she no go fit become the kind woman where you want for your house because he no want make your wife they work, your wife get to quit work because he want making children get the best. Say in this country where we dey so now we know say if mama and papa they work, the children know they see the best. Say he no want making children they raised by nanny, he want make their mama raise them. Now she say, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you tell me what to do with my life? How dare you try to take me back to before women were empowered? I'm an empowered woman. I ain't say carry empoweredness they go. He still never see husband. Bitterness don't take over in life. In control who they go from one church to another church with a mama they find man. Last when Francisca go marry now one guy where they down there in mama area, one tailor. We no sabi anything, we no get money, we not go sabi because the man no fit cope with say he marry woman we get money past her. Everything I beat inside house, everything I cry. On top of which Francisca no fit born for her cause she don't old. He go carry young girl we born. See me whether Francisca like me, she take her, me she not take her. He no care. Now so she stand there they cry. My people, who can't they at fault now? Who put himself for inside this biggie? No be Francesca, no be she. Wanna answer for me, I beg.
Oh well.
A tale of two Franchies.
Oh Lord, Francesca.
I don't know. I feel sorry for her because you know the problem here.
Bad
she
advice.
She was pursuing her career, and you know because she was pursuing one, she forgot to balance
Advice, or she refused to listen to advice. Well,
she just wanted more. Who says we can't have it
Who
all?
says you can't have it all? Who says you cannot have it all? When you say she wanted more.
Some people don't think you can.
No, you can.
Balance it.
My mom had it all.
Some people don't know how to balance it.
No.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes, OGECHI.
Can we also bear in mind that this thing about marriage is a bit overrated? Haven't you always heard that? The fact that it's not, the story ended with, she got turned at 50, she married the tailor, she had more money than he does, and then he could not live with the fact that she was richer than him. He also would go out to get a younger lady who would have a child for him. Francisca did not deserve
She didn't.
Yeah, so she didn't have to. Yeah, she also didn't have to marry that man. So that's it. I think it has to do with our perception about every woman must get married. It's not so. It shouldn't be.
Didn't have that perception, so she grew into it.
Exactly,
And
but
wanted
it
more.
said no, but the
I
story
think
kept
no.
counting down for her. It counted from 30 to 40 to 45 to 50.
What happened to Francisca is what has happened to a lot of
To a
women.
lot of women.
Who have put their careers first. That's our own generation.
Yes.
We saw a lot of that. Our own generation, not that they didn't want marriage, not that they didn't want children, but they realized that in pursuing this, because their male counterparts were ready to go at any point in time, whether they were married, whether they had kids or not. So to balance that out, to be able to, to compete with men in those positions, they had to let go of all those things that they did want. So
And
what
then
happened was that by the time they now
ready.
achieved that, height that they thought was so important to them, it became empty.
Okay, we have a message on Facebook. Let me quickly read this out.
Yes, please.
So Rekia Bayero, hello Rekia.
Hi,
She
Rekia.
says hi.
Hi.
I hope feminism in the modern world will eliminate gender-based violence in the workplace. Does how?
That's a little bit more context.
Rekia, can you send us a wider idea of what
We can still answer that next week.
Yeah,
can't we?
because we can even answer it on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I would make sure that we come back to you.
Yeah, because one of the things that feminism did work against was women being treated shabbily in the workplace.
Yeah, but that's
Equal
not gender-based.
opportunity.
Yes,
Gender-based violence could also.
Yeah, because you can now you have HR to report to, but just say that some people now take it out of that and do other things. But there's HR, and then men are not allowed to do certain things. It got to the point where women couldn't even say, "Hey, you said to your
without feeling harassed.
Yes.
Women would always
Not that it's still not happening. Let's be truthful. It is still happening. I don't think gender-based violence will ever
stop.
As long as we have men in this world, and we have
women.
It's going to be a continuous
And we have
battle.
some of the mothers we do, because that thing starts from home.
Yeah.
When you make the boy feel that he's all important, we need to change the narrative from so many angles.
We do.
We
It's just
to.
a faulty logic. In cases where men are better off than women, that's injustice. In cases where women are doing better, that's life. That's how they see it.
Well, funny enough, can I tell you guys something before we go off? It's also, there's a lot of that happening in our industry because women have all the power.
Yeah.
Let's be truthful. And you find out that a lot of these young men go through a lot.
They go through a lot.
Men, the things that they see from these women, so it's also violence. Yes, a lot of them are molested by women. They just don't come out to say it. I've heard about it. I've seen it, and I was appalled because I didn't realize that it was that prevalent in our industry. It's there. Where, especially our Yoruba industry, where the women are more established than the guys who are just coming up and they say, "You want to act? Well, see me in my house."
That's horrible. Well, you see, in every situation, neither sex is better anyway. Neither sex is a better deal.
But
Life
sometimes
is just
I always believe that we
complicated.
women even do a lot
as long
more.
as we have people who don't have principles or morals, we will have gender-based violence.
Yes, right? We're supposed to have said happy birthday, Nigeria.
Oh, happy birthday, Nigeria.
And but you see, I posted that. I said, God bless Nigeria. I only got about 6 likes and about 4 amens. But if I had just posted just a picture without saying a word, I would have gotten 300 likes in less than a minute. I checked my social media just before we started the program. I still haven't clocked a 7th like or a 7th amen.
We're going to go and like it.
It is no. That's not the point. The point is that we need to realize, as we do for ourselves, for our country.
And our children, this is
Me,
where
I
our
love
children
Nigeria.
Ah.
I love the land and people. Everything is there for Nigeria. Make we join hands to make Nigeria better.
That's my last word.
Yeah, I don't know if I should say anything after that.
I swear.
Honestly, but I would like to say that before you speak, think about it.
Yeah.
Does it help? Does it improve on the silence? Does it make your fellow person feel better? The fellow gender.
This girl, I swear.
Is it necessary? Is it true? Think about it. So thank you very much. We've had a beautiful evening. She kept us company.
Yeah.
You can see her chafing at the bit to speak a lot of time.
Special guest for tonight. I had such a pleasant, wonderful time. And please invite me again.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yes. Please
Please, oh, the people that won jam, help us. Come and collect your jam. Come and collect it.
And let's say thank you.
Thank you very much to Elite Foods for
giving us
gracing
jam.
our tables with jam.
Giving us
They
jam
have-
to
yeah,
give
they
to
have
our
different varieties,
to
not
give
just
to
strawberry. They
our
have
wonderful
everything.
listeners, and
Yeah.
for us, they give
And
to
for
us
us,
too.
yeah.
Yes.
And it's
Thank
all made in
you.
Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good evening, people.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next Wednesday.
Yeah.